eyes widened and breath he tagged. King, Mr. John was there with his force and her mom was standing in front of him while lowering her head, and two guards were holding her. Appa, what are you doing? Let her go. Mr. John took a glance of him and then looked at Wine. Wine gulped and slowly came out. I told you to go far away and get her married. Your Highness, I fixed her marriage and next week she will get married. Please forgive us and leave us. She joined her hand together and Wine bit her lower lip. She was feeling bad for her mom. Held that girl and take them. Guards moved towards Wine, but Jungkook held her hand and pulled her behind him. Appa, you can't do this. Mr. John glared Jungkook. Don't make me angry and just come with me quietly and don't create any drama. Appa, I'm not creating any drama. It's you who is disturbing Wine and her mother for no reason. I love her. That doesn't mean you will punish them. A lot of people was gathered there and they gasped after hearing that. Prince love a commoner. Whispering got audible and Mr. John looked around. You loves a maid. Jungkook, do you know what are you saying? You have to leave royal family if you want to be with her. Mr. John's hand clenched on his sword. Nothing like that will happen. Held him to and take back palace. He ordered to his guards and they moved towards Jungkook. Don't move. He lifted his sword to fight, but so many guards came and held him and Wine. Appa, please, leave her. Let's go back. Appa. Guards pushed Wine and her mom in prison and locked door. Oma, I'm sorry. She lowered her head and her eyes were teary. She wanted to give her mom a better life, but she brought her mom in prison. She was feeling worst. It's okay. Don't cry. He should not come out of this room. He ordered two guards and walked away. Jungkook heard his father's mad tone and snuggled his face in pillow. His heart was clenching. It was his choice to go to Wine, but now she was in problem. I'm sorry, Wine. Jimin, start preparation of wedding. Wedding will happen just after engagement. Okay, King. He bowed and went out of Mr. John's room. Is it okay keeping Minyoung and Wine in prison like that? I don't want any problem till Jungkook get married. And for that, keeping that girl in prison is very important. I told you to do any drama to kick Jungkook out of our family. Then why you didn't? Don't you want our son to become king? I won't, and I tried, but Young were very angry. He could keep me there. You wasn't there, that's why you are talking like this. Jungkook's auntie sighed and sat on bed. Let's wait and see what happens. Jungkook is very stubborn and if he really loves Wine, then he will definitely do something. Ajuma, Wine and her mom looked at Jimin and he came inside the prison with foods. Let's eat. He flashed a small smile and Wine looked away. She wasn't feeling like eating. What's going on outside? Do we need to stay here for a lifetime? King will let you go after Prince's wedding. He spoke taking a glance of Wine and her heart clenched after hearing that. Wine mom nodded her head and looked at Wine. Wine, come eat something. You didn't eat anything from many hours. You eat, I'm not hungry. Wine, don't think too much. Everything will be fine. Don't skip meals. It will affect your health. Come, have your breakfast. Come. Wine took a deep breath and came towards them. She looked at foods and Jungkook's thought crossed her mind. Did he eat? Oma, I'm not hungry. Let me sleep. He snuggled his face in pillow and his mom sighed. She was trying to convince him for eating, but he was being stubborn. Okay, I'm leaving food here. Eat if you feel like eating. She took a deep breath and went out of Jungkook's bedroom. Jungkook rolled on bed and sighed. He was hearing the noise which was coming from a window. He got up from bed and went towards the window. His wedding preparation was going on, which clinched his fist. Prince, you have to come to give your clothes measurement. Leave from here. He spoke without looking at Jimin. Prince, it's King's order, and it's my order. Leave my room. Jimin nodded his head and bowed before leaving. Jungkook sighed loudly and looked towards workers who was busy in work. Princess arrived. You should go to meet her. He didn't answer and his mom sighed. Jungkook, why are you being stubborn? You know you have to leave everything if you will be with Wine. You have to leave your family. Oma, this royal family is useless. Everyone here keeps planning things against each other. Then what's the need of being in this family? In my family is you and Appa, and I know you will always my family no matter if I will be in this palace or if I will live far away from here. Jungkook, I know we will be your parents no matter where you live, but this empire is yours. Think about it. Your father wants to see you becoming king. Forget everything and live happily with the girl your father chose. His mom placed a kiss on his forehead. I have work, I'm going. She went out and Jungkook looked at himself in water. Today is Prince's engagement and tomorrow is his wedding. Then you both will be released. Wine bit her lower lip after hearing that and her heart shook. She tried her best to not fall in love with Jungkook, but still she fell and now she is suffering. Thank you. When mom took food plate from Jimin, Jimin took a glass of wine and went out of freezer. Wine, come. I'm not hungry. She looked away and her mom sighed. She knows her daughter is in pain and she can't do anything. Don't try to do any stupidity if you don't want that girl and her mother too. Jungkook's face clenched. Let's go now. Mr. Chan walked ahead. Jungkook took a deep breath and went behind him. Everyone present in hall bowed after seeing Jungkook and his parents. Bring princess now. A guard nodded and went to bring princess. In some time, princess came with her parents. She took a glance of Jungkook, but he didn't spare her any glance. His gaze were on the floor. Mr. and Mrs. John welcomed princess and her family, and her father went to leave her in front of Jungkook. Still, Jungkook didn't look at her. Her father extended her hand to give in his hand, but he didn't hold Jungkook. He tightly clenched his fist and didn't hold Prince's hand. Jungkook, what's wrong, Mr. John? He's nervous. He flashed a fake smile. Jungkook, hold her hand, son. Crowd start whispering and Jungkook's auntie smirked. I can't. I don't want to marry her. Finally, he lifted his head and looked at his dad. His dad cleared him. What do you mean, huh? I love someone else and my father is forcing me in this marriage because that girl is commoner. I'm sorry, I don't want to marry. Jungkook, keep quiet. Then your father and son should have talked before fixing this marriage. Is our reputation joke to you? I'm sorry, he bowed, but I can't marry. If I somehow marry your daughter, then our life might be miserable in future. Jungkook, means you are ready to leave royal family. You have two options. First, marry Princess Diane or leave this royal family for that girl. I'm ready to leave this royal position. He spoke while bowing and everyone gasped. They didn't thought Jungkook can leave everything for the girl he loves. Means you're ready to leave everything, he nodded his head. Jimin, bring wine and her mother. Appa, she didn't have any fault. I was the one who fell for her and met her. Please don't keep them in prison. Mr. John looked around. His guests were talking about him. He knew he can't do anything now. Jimin brought wine and her mother, and Wine took a glance of Jungkook and then lowered her head. Jungkook smiled and started walking towards her. Jungkook, think again. I know what I want, Appa. I don't need to think again. Jungkook went close to Wine and stand in front of her. I want to marry you. He held her hand. She immediately tried to pull her hand away, but he didn't lift her hand. So it's your final decision. You want her. Jungkook nodded his head and his uncle auntie got so much happy. Jungkook is leaving royal family, so now my son Jungkook will be heir of John Empire. Mr. Kim, what about marrying Jungkook and Princess Diane? Don't do this, you will regret. He shook his head with a smile. I won't. I love you and I want you in my life. She stared at him. She couldn't believe he is ready to leave everything behind to be with her. Is it a dream? Think once again. Let's go. He intertwined his hand with her and took a glance of his mother. She was sad and he felt bad for her. His mother flashed him a little smile. She knew wine is his happiness, so it's better to he choose his happiness. Jungkook too gave her a tight-lipped smile and headed out of palace. Jungkook's auntie looked at her son and signaled him something, and he nodded his head. Jimin too went behind Jungkook as he knew Jungkook can get attacked. I will bring horse. No, I'm no more prince, so you don't need to guard me, but don't worry, no one will harm me now. Jungkook, don't put your life in danger to be with me. He smiled and cupped her cheek. Oh, you are worried for me. He picked her nose. She blinked and took a glance of her mom. But don't worry, I can protect myself and protect you. He pulled her in his embrace and she felt his fast heartbeat. It was calming her and raising some excitement and happiness inside her. I love you so much and I'm sorry for creating problems for you. But now I will only give you happiness. He placed a kiss on her head. He was very happy, but she was worried for him. Even though he left royal family, but still he is son of king. He can get attacked by king's enemy, and how he will live a commoner's life. Oma, let's go. My mom blinked after hearing Oma. Prince, you sure you want to come with us? He smiled and nodded his head. Let's go. Jimin, take care of my Oma. I'll come to meet her. He headed towards entrance and Jimin sighed. Jungkook reached the main gate and guards opened door, and Jungkook frowned after seeing so many people standing in front door. What's going on here? Everyone bowed after seeing Jungkook. Prince, we came to support you. No matter whom you will marry, you will be our king. Wayne and Jungkook exchanged glances. We want only you as our king. No rules can remove you from heir's position. You are a deserving person for crown. We want you as our king. The crowd spoke loudly and it made a loud sound. Everyone started talking about how Jungkook saved a poor girl's life. And just in few days, this thing spread in whole state and it created a huge respect for Jungkook in everyone's heart. We prayed for your love, Prince, and our prayers won't go empty. It was the same woman whose daughter's life Jungkook saved.